The outlet that, people used to report on, and it's just a totally different place.
About once a week, nobody knows exactly where it comes from or who has the original.
We're very important in this process of transition. And
I'm one of the lucky ones that I actually convinced my parents I don't want to get out of school I don't want to get out during the school year. But there's cases where others, they have to get out and missing their education.
The CARE Act of 2009 would have brought it up to 14, the same as it is for every other industry. However, this bill was opposed by the farm lobby.
Yo de la escuela, como me mandaron a la escuela, yo mi tío. Me mandaron allí y ahí estaban. Tenía que pasar una colonia.
Over the past 100 years, nearly 2,000 square miles of land have been wiped from the map of Louisiana. We've come to the Ile de Jean Charles, where just 24 families remain, trying to maintain what's left of the island.
Because there's no more protective system, no more barriers. Everything's gone. It was trees and ridges and levees, and it was the way it was supposed to be.
Preston Mayhew's family came here when he was just 7 years old.
But
it concluded that oil and gas activity was responsible for more than a third of land loss over the last century.
Those are man-made canals. They made them. They didn't revegetate them. They didn't detoxify them. By '83, they had a requirement to revegetate, detoxify, and restore it to its natural state. They did not. Fast forward, 1983. By then, you have continued significant production. Everywhere you see one of these little icons.
Half of it's water by that time.
Both sides have to understand that we need to dialogue, we need to negotiate. Why? Because otherwise, we are going direct to a war.
In raids carried out before dawn, government security forces have cleared away all the student camps in the city.
You see the police are having stones thrown at them by the protesters. The camp was just destroyed literally a couple of hours ago. The tension's really high on the street right now. Tear gas coming. You can see the tear gas over here. Watch out, tear gas coming down, guys.
For international human rights groups alleging Venezuela's use of colectivo gangs to repress protesters, one of the touchstone examples took place here at the Central University of Venezuela. It's a highly politicized campus with a history of fighting between students who support or oppose the government. But on March 19th, with the protests raging, things got out of hand.
According to the Human Rights Watch report, the violence really started when a man wearing civilian clothes walked through that doorway carrying a firearm and threw 2 tear gas canisters into this lobby and shouted that the colectivos have arrived. Then 20 more people showed up and the students set off running down that corridor.
These students say they were holding a political meeting that was interrupted by people with guns who chased and beat them.
Al momento de ellos arremeter, los eslogan eran, nosotros somos el gobierno, nosotros somos Chávez, ¿quiénes son los que quieren tumbar al gobierno? Guarimberos y este tipo de cosas.
La mayoría estaban encapuchados, ya conocíamos algunos, pero muchos no tenían, o sea, no sabíamos quiénes eran, pero sí sabíamos que era un grupo de